Now I go back to the Financial Fintech conference. Our reporter Yang Chenxi is on the ground for us in Shanghai. Yang Chenxi, what do you have for us?
Hi, Junfeng. Now, the In.clusion conference is a series of forums and exhibitions covering a wide range of fintech-related topics, from data security, robo-advisor wealth management to robo-advising insurance management, things like that. But a lot of these concepts are far away from our everyday life. But fortunately, we have an expert here today to break it all down for us. This is Mr. Richard Turin. He's the author of Cashless, China's Digital Currency Revolution. Thank you very much for joining our program. Now, Richard, based on what we are seeing here today, all the forums and exhibitions, what are your takeaways? What directions do you think fintech is taking the industry towards?
Sure. What's really important for today's conference is the direction of inclusion, and that's what makes this conference so different than any other that I've been to. I've been to fintech conferences across the globe, and most of them focus on the technology, whether it's blockchain or artificial intelligence. And yes, that's here, it's represented at the conference, but the bigger picture is how to use these technologies to bring financial inclusion to people all across the world. And that's a really powerful and very different message. Nobody's done it yet, and I think it's really refreshing to see this, and it's going to be our future.
Now, for example, how does inclusive finance, so to speak, fintech, benefit, for example, China's small and micro companies?
Tremendously, and that's really the wonderful thing that Alipay and Financial have done, or Ant Group have done, is what they've done is they managed to bring financial inclusion to small and micro enterprises by giving them loans. Okay, so what they've done is they've really changed the paradigm of how you get loans within China, from a system that relied on banks and what are called collateral-based loans. Okay, so a collateral-based loan is sort of like the chicken or the egg, which comes first. So you need money in order to get the loan to make money. So that's the collateralized-based banking loan paradigm. And what we have now is a loan system based on client insights, on data analysis that allows us to look into the future and to see whether or not you're going to be a good credit risk based on your personal habits. And what it does is it changes how we get loans, and it fundamentally makes loans available to a greater part of the population than ever before. It's truly a revolutionary product, and it's truly disruptive to banks, not just in China, but all over the world, because much of the developing world has the same problem. People don't have a credit history. Businesses don't have easily accessible records, but they do have a data profile that you can look at. You can see certain parts about their behavior, and you can use this to give them loans, not just in China, but all across the world.
Thank you. Now, this inclusion conference is obviously in Shanghai. The Shanghai municipal government wants the city to become like a hub for fintech in the future, and it is promoting what it calls a regulatory sandbox to promote fintech. So what is a regulatory sandbox? What does it do?
Sure, that's a great question. First, a sandbox is where kids play, right? And it's sort of the same idea. What you want to do is to make a regular carve out, to make a limited area where fintechs can try new technologies without breaking the regulations. So basically it's a sandbox, which has been very successfully used in both London and Singapore market, is a place where a fintech can try out new technology without fear of breaking the law. Let's face it, when you go and use fintech, you could potentially be breaking a law unless, of course, you're in one of these sandboxes. So what it does is it allows fintechs to try new technology without fear, and some will win, or some will be successful, some will not. But it's a fantastic system, and the Shanghai government is doing a great job because it promotes fintechs by allowing them to try new things.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was Dr. Richard Turin, the author of Cashless, China's Digital Currency Revolution. Now, Junfeng, tomorrow I'll be focusing more on the specific topic of robo-advisor wealth management. Now, back to you.
Indeed. Digital payments are a great invention in China, and I personally haven't seen cash for months or if not years.